La 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 la
Hey
la
folks,
la
I'm
la
Camille
la
Who
la
Armstrong, the
la
Performing
la
Arts Renaissance
la
woman.
la la
For over 40 years, I've worked as a performer, educator,
la
consultant, and coach. But most importantly, I'm a parent. From classrooms to stages to bedtime routines, I've spent my life nurturing creativity, character, and connection in the next generation. This series is for you, whether you're expecting, learning as you go, or parenting for the first time, or even third time around. I'm here to share the insights, tools, and real talk I've gathered over 4 decades of hands on experience. Welcome to Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. I'm so glad you're here. What if the behavior you're fighting against is actually the leadership gift your child was born with? Yeah, this is Camille Who, and we are talking about today the strong willed child. God bless them all. Listen, I know, some parents get that strong willed child, and what happens is there's a lot of headbutting that happens when really I'm going to give you some insight on what kind this child is. It may we misunderstand the strong-willed child. I was a strong-willed child. I had all four of my children were strong-willed children. I nannied children. I got stuck with the strong-willed children, but it wasn't stuck. It was like, oh, there's clearly a purpose for why I'm your nanny, right? Because I know you and I know how to empower you and I know how to deal with you and I know that certain things that you just want to do, it's not disrespect as everyone else would kind of think is disrespect. A strong-willed child may be viewed as disobedient. They're actually designed we're actually designed to disrupt and to question and to lead. These are very strong qualities, and if snuffed out, right, and misunderstood as disrespect, we're going to rebel because that's how we're wired. Um, the strong-willed child is they're built to question the status quo. They are built to break the mold. They are wired to question the norm, and really they want to understand. They don't want to just get the rules and then, okay, I'm going to follow the rules. No, I want to know why I'm following these rules and why these rules are in place. So they're going to question what doesn't make sense. They're not going to shut up about it. So you may think that they just talk back. You may think that they are just over persistent, but they really just have a desire to understand. They're not going to just go through life copying things, memorizing things. They want to have a full understanding of things before they do it, before they don't do it. They're going to speak up when everyone else is silent. And they think independently rather than just go with what everyone else does. I remember myself as a strong-willed child where once I recognized that there was a pattern in certain responses that adults made, and you know what I as a kid, I still do it. Once I realized that enough people say the same thing, like you ask them a question and then they say the same thing that everyone else says. Once I start realizing that that's a pattern, then I tend to sort of back off from saying the same thing, and then I start to question it. Like the saying, "I appreciate you." What does that mean? Like, do we really mean to say I appreciate you, or is it because everyone else says I appreciate you? So it's this mainstream new, not new now, but like this mainstream catchphrase that people say, when really, what are you saying that you appreciate that person, or are you really saying what used to be said and what's more true, and that is, I appreciate what you did. I appreciate that. Thank you. Right? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Really? So sorry. Obviously, that was one of my that's one of my pet peeves. But there's so many different things that society says, and once I realized that there was a pattern, I'd be like, so why are you just saying that? Do you say that because you mean it? You're just saying because everybody else says it. And once I realized everybody else said it, that's all. I was not going to do it. I definitely wasn't going to do it. I did things because I was brave enough to do it, because I understood it, and I just was daring enough to do it. Um, that's a strong willed. That comes from us being a strong-willed child. I was going to be death-defying. I was going to. This is what we do. We just challenge the norm. Me understanding that helped me to raise children in a way that I'm going to give them the honor of having a full reason why. There's a whole video I did on reasons. Why it's important to have reasons for your child. Like, give your child reasons. Why? Because you're not just telling them you told them so, because you might get that strong-willed child that's like, yeah, okay. And I'm going to do it anyway because you didn't give me a good reason, right? Like, there's no reason. But but you're helping your child to understand better. You're and so that they can make informed choices. At the end of the day, that's what you want them to be making. Informed choices. Not, oh, because my mom told me so, or because the adult told me so, because not every adult is right. We know that. Okay? So that being said, right? So I was that kid that I just, and I'm still that same adult that just, I'm like, oh gee, everybody says this now. Now that's one thing I'm not going to be saying, because everyone says it. It doesn't mean it's actually like accurate in the right moment. Or not only that, is that we are now on automatic. So we just say things automatically, which means it's not as sincere. And that's what bothers me. Okay. Um, and that's just one of those things as a leader, as a teacher, as someone who challenges that status quo. I'm very different. When I go out, I dress my own fancy way that makes heads turn. Why? Because I'm not going to dress the way everybody dresses, but I'm going to dress nice. I still have my own style because I'm not going to go by what everybody else is wearing. Um, I remember I remember growing up, and my mother she's another strong-willed human. She was another, God rest her soul, was another strong-willed human. And I used to say, Mom, can you make these things? Because she sewed clothes. So I'd say, can you make this? And everybody's wearing it. And she was like, why don't you make your own style and everyone else follow that? And I hated it when she said that. But I'm so glad she stuck to her guns, because now I understand what that means. And I'm like, yes, you're right. Don't be that person that just follows what everyone else is doing. Create your own style, make it your own, and take it to the next level. Other people will then go, whoo, what? Hold up. I want to do that. And then you create a trend instead of being a follower. So thanks, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Let's relabel. Instead of calling your child stubborn, let's call them courageous. Instead of calling your child defiant, let's call them discerning. Let your child be different. Let your child discern whether or not it's going to be something that they do, or give them the opportunity to understand it. I remember growing up, and I used to say, but why are we doing this? Or why do you want me to do that? Or why do you not mean what? And so many times I got told, be quiet, just do what Mom says, or just do what Dad says. I'd be like, what? And if you told me the reason why, I would say, Oh, that's it. I just needed the connection to be made so that I can understand, so that and if I understood because you gave me the reason why, then I would trust you more. So anytime you told me not to do something, more than likely I'm going to not do it. But every time you tell me because I said so without giving me a reason and then you shut me down, I'm going to trust you less. And this is exactly what children do. They're going to trust you less if you just say shut them down and put them in this like because I said so business. Come on now, people. Come on now, people. I mean, the strong-willed child, they are wired to push the boundaries. They're not trying to disrespect. They just want to understand. They're here to improve things. They are here to change things. When things are the same and everyone tends to get into automatic mode, they are here to change it. They are here to change the world. That's why they are here. That's the reason why they think the way that they do. They are born leaders. They are so courageous where everyone else says, yeah, I don't know if I'm built for that, or I don't know if I want to do that. They are going to be like, come on, let's go. Let's go. We just need to know, we just need to know how to do it. And then we go. Some of those kids are just like, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to jump. That was me. I jumped head first. I learned while I was in there. Okay. I just was wired to have that courage of like, I'm just gonna do it. Just do it. Don't be scared, And of course, with age, I have learned to go, okay, we don't have time to learn in there. Like we need to learn first before we jump. Okay. But the point is if you allow them to understand, then they're more likely to, take some serious, amazing leadership steps and leaps and bounds, and they are here to change the world. Know this, your job is not to crush their will. Your job is to coach it. It's to channel it. It's to shape it. They are innovators, not troublemakers. They are leaders, not rebels. They are bold thinkers, not problem children. They dare to think differently. We want people like this in the world, or we will all sit on our behinds and just do what all the powers that be tell us to do. Whatever they put in front of us, okay, we will have a world of 9-to-5ers. We need those inventors. We need those activists. We need those leaders and speakers. We need those creators, right? Starting to think differently about it? Good. That's why I'm here. So here's how to deal with, your strong-willed child. If you have one of those, if you are blessed to have a strong-willed child, because I was blessed to have 4 strong-willed children, but I know that I was also a strong-willed child, so I know knew how to deal with them. A lot of times, I would give them specific jobs that use their strengths. This is so that I had the opportunity to give them the credit and praise them for something that they were really good at. So instead of constantly trying to correct them, a lot of the time I was able to praise them, right? And you want that ability, you want that relationship and that kind of bonding between you and your child too. And I'm not just falsely say good job. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying play your child's strengths. Okay, that strong-willed child, they're leaders. Bring them in and say, let's see, this is broken, what do we do with this? Watch their brains work. It's amazing. This is the problem. What do we do here? It'll blow your mind. So you give them that opportunity that they get to shine, and you get to praise them. It helps them to become more independent, but it also gives them that sense of um, really just empowerment. They can do something, but not only that, they're being depended on for something. They're being counted on for something. They are a part of the bigger picture. They do their part, and that's an important part of this whole big picture. This empowers that strong-willed child. If you give them leadership chores, like, okay, today you're going to set the table for the family, or all right, I need you to get the things out of the dryer today. All right, these are things that they now have to do themselves, but they're doing it as they're doing it for everyone. This puts them in control. It empowers them. It empowers them. Something as simple as that. Okay, you're in charge of garbages today. And I mean like little small wastebasket garbages. That's you start that at like age 8. But but when we're talking about, we're talking about toddlers and 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, you give them little jobs that they're really good at. Okay, I need someone to throw this in the garbage. Are you gonna throw it in the garbage? Because I can't. Oh, I can't reach it. I can't reach it. I can't reach it. Yeah, they're gonna grab it. They're gonna throw it in the garbage. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is so heavy. Oh, I don't bring my muscles. I didn't bring my muscles here today. Okay, what happens? Your strong-willed child goes, I got it. Like, man, it's a good thing you got muscles. Those are little ways that you can empower that child. 3-year-old, especially here, help me feed the cat. Of course, you're doing it together, but you do it enough times with them, then you can go, oh, I need you to do this for me, right? And then they can do it. Now they feel like, oh, I'm doing it all by myself. Give your child a voice. Let them speak, right? Let them speak. A lot of times, parents tend to answer questions for their child. When I ask their child a question, I am waiting to hear their child answer me, because I want to know how their child is thinking. I want to know how they're formulating the words and the language that they've learned. I want to know if they understand what I'm saying, and how to answer that question. That lets me know they have a full grasp of language. And a lot of times, and I think parents don't even realize it, but there are a lot of times parents instinctively answer questions for their child. It's like, Mama, I didn't ask you. Mama, I'm asking this child. Dad, I'm asking your child this question, please. Let them answer me. Okay. And I think they really don't understand. Like, actually, there's a lot there's a method to my madness. I'm asking your child for all of these reasons. I want to know where they are language wise. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to know how they're thinking. These are a lot of things that I'm really gathering, so that I can know how to enrich their child. And so what happens is we take away their voice. The parents take away their child's voice. They don't allow them to think for themselves. They don't allow them to speak for themselves. And then you're going to get a child that's going to headbutt. You're going to butt heads. And now here's another question. Here's a little secret. When you want your child, and like give them ways to make their own choices, like but it's not really their choices, it's 2 of your choices. For example, if you want them to choose what they're wearing for, I don't know, they're going to grandma's house, whatever, wherever they're going outside, have 2 of your choices of clothes and go, okay, which would you like to wear today? What would you want to wear? You want to wear this, or you want to wear this? This one? Okay, good. It was 2 of your choices anyway. You don't have to let them know that. But they are now getting practice looking at something, being informed, and then making an informed choice. How to have respect for you, for others, for their environment. This also teaches them timing. when it's a good time to speak up, when it's a good time to make a choice, when it's a good time to listen to someone else's choice, and understand that other person's choice, and then okay, we're going to do that. This also allows them or teaches them how to respect their environment, notice their strengths, right, and feed them. Instead of focusing on the disruptions, what we want to do is highlight their gifts, because these children are disruptive. And what I mean is they're going to do what's the opposite of the norm. Okay? These are leadership qualities, these are activist qualities, these are innovation qualities, but they're little kids, right? So they need to grow into that. And in the meantime, what we can do as parents to help them grow into it, and to also help ourselves to learn these basic steps of becoming a leader. You may enact something in yourself. You may learn something yourself. You may learn that you are a born leader, but it was sort of snuffed out and you didn't realize it. I mean, this is one of those things I would say to a lot of the kids, like, I really like the way you think. I wasn't even what? I love the way you think. It allows them, it gives them the permission to think the way that they think, not the way that I think, not the way that I told them, not the way that school told them, not the way that TV told them. No, them. Oh, another way to empower their thinking is you have a really good eye for making things better around here. You have a really good way of just making things better. If you water the seed of strong-willed leadership, you raise a confident, capable adult. You'll thank yourself for it. The world will thank you for it. And yeah, your child, that adult, will thank you for it. And now, this is not to say that they won't make some crazy choices, because they will. As young adults, they make crazy choices, but they have an understanding of why they're making these choices. It may be mistakes. We all make them. But then you're also teaching them how to learn. You're also teaching them how to take those plunges, have an understanding of why they're taking the plunge. They took the plunge, they messed up, they come back, they go, "Ooh, I messed up there." And this is what I learned. All right. How many adults need to do this? All of us. Okay. That is it. I'm Camille Who, and I'm out of here.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Camille Who, the Child's Whisperer. A heartfelt thank you to the generous supporters of the Books and Beyond campaign. This series wouldn't be possible without you. If you're a new or expecting parent, I created Better Parent, Better Future just for you. I empower first-time parents to embrace a positive mindset and navigate those early parenting years with confidence and joy. Click the link in the description to learn more, or to find out how we can work together. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep leading with love.